What's up, everyone? Welcome to a bonus show here, episode 29 here of Nerd Acumen Wrestling. Of course, here we are, continuing the storylines. It is a special episode in the Weekly Dosage Arena, counting down to a brand new Weekly Dosage tonight, so make sure you hang out with us later at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as we talk about the year that was 1998. But as we get hyped for that, we're going to do here a special episode with 7 matches on this afternoon's card. Again, taking place in our Weekly Dosage Arena, our special Friday arena. You've seen this before, you saw this last Friday. We're returning here to it for NEW's Weekly Dosage. Consider it like a SmackDown show. This is something we're testing out that we might be doing on Fridays going forward. What's up, Fox? How's it going? I hope you're doing all right. You're joining us just in time here for the show. Hope your week went well. Glad you could join us here in your week ending. And of course, as I just mentioned, join us tonight as well for our regular stream. Is the Weekly Dosage tonight at 8:30. But our opening contest, based off the actions of Patrick ending yesterday's show, big fantasy, definitely. So yesterday's show ended with Patrick winning the match over Seth for the NEW Championship. So Patrick retained the belt. However, he attacked in an unusual way. Patrick is normally not the heel, but he went after Seth Meyers, and Seth issued a rematch, a challenge, not for the belt, mind you, but just a match in general against Patrick here. And so Seth wants to get some revenge, and we're doing it so in an Extreme Rules. Originally it was a backstage brawl, but I figured having it in the ring with anything goes might be a little bit better for them. They may still get a backstage brawl in the future, but we're going to open things up with their Extreme Rules matchup here. So that's a little bit of history about these two rivalry that had started. Seth Meyers, of course, winning both the Twitch and DNA championships recently. So he's a 2-belt champion here in NAW. But let's kick things off here. So again, welcome everyone to NAW's Weekly Dosage.
The following contest is an Extreme Rules match. Making his way to the ring from Ann Arbor, Michigan, weighing in at 225 pounds, the men's heavyweight champion, P. Daddy.
So as you heard it right there, indeed, he is the NAW heavyweight champion. So our main title belt here. He's had this now for a few weeks. The belt is not on the line in this match, so he's looking to obviously keep holding it going forward, or he will hold it through tonight. But this match is all about revenge. Big time rush, says Fox. So the reigning champion, the DNA champion here. So it's a champion versus champion, but no belt on the line.
From Georgia, weighing in at 220 pounds, the men's wrestling champion, Seth Meyers.
So there you heard it. Seth Meyers, our DNA and Twitch champion here. Came up short yesterday for the NAW belt. Could have been the first ever history-making 3-time 3-belt champion. That did not happen, unfortunately, for him. It might be something that he strives for or attempts to get in the near future, assuming he does well here against Patrick in this match. A win over Patrick here could certainly get him a title opportunity in the near future. But ultimately open up the show as we closed out the show. So we'll see what happens. Fox says, I hope you win. Speaking of Seth here, I'm assuming. Hopefully Seth wins their match. Extreme Rules begins now. Starting off the bat in complete control here is Seth Meyers, looking to get revenge on what happened last week. Or last episode, rather. Turning things around, Patrick with a suplex there on Seth, with the strikes to the back. Most insulting move of all. You're not even looking at your opponent. They're hitting you in the back of the head. Pinfall attempt early on here. Does not get a 1 count. Fired up Seth Meyers here, though, for sure. Went right to our Facebook group to call up Patrick after the actions of yesterday, which ultimately triggered this match here. Rightfully so, though. Or understandably. Seth in control right now. Another pinfall attempt. 1 count that time. It's not going to be enough, obviously. Multiple rights jarring Seth's head. A little bit of exchange back and forth, up and over. Into a variant of a spine buster there, dropping Seth. Going outside, are we going to see a weapon in this match? It is Extreme Rules after all. Patrick looking for something. What does he find? He finds a table. Striking and dropping his opponent there. What is this? Patrick distracted here. That's Rabbit's music. Rabbit is in the ring here. He is our Money in the Bank. Is he cashing in? With the distraction there, hitting him with the chair. What was that all about? Sending a message to Patrick. Does not look like he's cashing in the Money in the Bank here. He just served it as a distraction, hitting him with a chair and then leaving. Highly confusing. What was that about? Patrick recovered from it though, so I don't know what kind of message that is sending. Is Seth working with NOW? I don't know what happened there or why that happened. I'm sure we'll get more information as the show goes on here. But ultimately, whatever help he tried to do is not helping Seth here in this match. Patrick's still in control. Super kick, dropping Seth. This could be the end of the match. 2 counts. Seth kicks out. Bit of a back and forth here, same as we've seen before. Into a Samoan drop. Dropping Patrick here. Seth back in control of this contest. Left hand. Dropping Patrick. Superman punch. Dropping him with that one. Looking to set up a spear to end this thing. This could be what Seth wanted. Pinfall attempt. 2.5. Patrick kicks out and fights on. Unbelievable. The back and forth action in this opening contest. On the ropes, what are we going to see here? Oh, implant DDT on the apron. That is not good. Clothesline. Back and forth on the outside. Seth still fighting through this. Don't know how he recovered from that DDT, but he's back up. into a roll-up. And doesn't go for it. Instead drops him. Doesn't stick with the pin there either. Fired up, is he? Clothesline. Second clothesline. Misses. And into a running clothesline. Dropping here. Succession of moves. But there's another Superman punch dropping him. On a roll. Reversing though, Patrick back in this thing. Misses with the punch. On his shoulders. Drops him. Samoan drop. Seth, what is he setting up here? Going to the corner. Looking to set up a finisher here. Is it enough? Reverses. Patrick's still up. He read that like a book. Shoulder into the turnbuckle. Into the pole there. Reversing out of that. Misses wildly with the punch. Sets him up for a combination here. A little bit of stomp action. Superman punch, dropping him. Pinfall attempt. Will it be enough? 2.9. Unbelievable. The resiliency of our NAW champion against our dual champion. These are two of the best right now in NAW. That is for sure. Impressive combination here, setting up for something. Another super kick. Seth is down. Pinfall attempt. And that does it there. Patrick scooping up another victory over Seth. An incredible fighting champion and dominance from Patrick. Even with the interference during the match of Rabbit, which again, we don't know why that happened. Thought for sure our Money in the Bank holder was going to cash in, but he decided not to. The back and forth of this match. The rest of the show has a lot to live up to. That's for certain.
Here is your winner, P-Daddy.
Congrats, champ. Moving on to our next match here tonight. We have Jason versus GRAV1TY in our second bout. So a little bit of history between these two. Recently challenging was GRAV1TY and IROB for the tag titles, currently being held by Jason and Adam. So a bit of a rivalry happening with these two groups. Half of the tag champs here and then half of the recent challengers.
Making his way to the ring from Grand Rapids, Michigan, weighing in at 160 pounds, one half of the men's Jason.
So as you can see it there, Jason wearing the Tag Team Championship gold on his way out here. Of course, this is not a tag team match, nor is the belt up for grabs. These two are just squaring off to have a singles contest against each other. Coming up short was GRAV1TY and IROB in a recent cage match against the champs, but we'll see if they serve better against them as singles.
And his opponent from Ann Arbor, Michigan, weighing in at 225 pounds, Travis James.
Crowd booing here for GRAV1TY. Being, of course, of the faction nerds of wrestling. Still have yet to see ultimately what their mission has been. And we are off in this singles contest here. Jason controlled GRAV1TY on their early goings. A little bit of a sweep dropping Jason there. Kick to the back. Crowd booing here as GRAV1TY opens up. A little bit of offense. Jason back in control though, with a nice suplex there. Oh, misses with that kick. Super kick going off into nowhere. Dropping him though with those knees. Crowd getting riled up. Code breaker dropping Jason there. A victory here will help plead a case for another shot at the tag belts. But Jason is ultimately showing that he does not want that to happen here. Tossing him back into the ring over the ropes there. Strike to the midsection. Into a bulldog. Nice little running bulldog by Jason there. Right hand strikes. Jason resting now on the ropes. stops the kick and sweeps to drop him. A little bit of a headbutt there. Guess that's legal. Irish whip into the turnbuckle, dropping him down with that crossbody into a pinfall attempt here. Jason, 2 count. Gravity Well kicks out and survives. A little bit of a bow or curtsy, if you will, there from Jason. Showcasing his dominance and arrogance here with his victories over Gravity Well and IROB recently. Another code breaker landed from Gravity Well. Super kick. Sets up a nice variant of a German suplex there. The cross arm into a pinfall. Just a 1 count though, not enough. It's going to take a little bit more than that to take out Jason. Whips. Catches him. Up on his arm. What are we going to see here? Form of an F5. Crowd loving that. Finishes him off with an F5. Wow, that's a new move we haven't seen from Gravity Well yet. Definitely a way to plead his case at another tag team title shot here in the near future. A little bit of highlights showing how this match played back and forth with the impressive F5 here at the end. Did not see that coming. Again, we have not seen Gravity Well use that before. His flipping pile driver is usually his signature. Alright, moving on to our next match here. In similar form and fashion, we have the other half of the tag team champions, Adam, versus the other half of the recent challenger, IROB, version 4. We just saw a victory from Gravity Well over Jason here. Both are being managers to support them at ringside. We'll see what that comes into play here in this contest. But ultimately, the statement that needs to be sent here is having IROB score a victory over Adam. That would almost certainly guarantee them another shot at the tag belts. At least allow them to plead a significant case. If IROB were not to score up victory here over Adam, you could still hold an argument on why or why not another match to take place. But one thing will be certain, this rivalry is far from over. So we'll see what Adam or IROB has to say in this next match. And again, wonder truly what the managers will have to do as far as involvement in this thing too. This thing could get out of hand real quick. It has high potential to.
Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Jason. And from Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, weighing in at 249 pounds, one half of the men's champions, Adam.
So I have a real good chance here to see how Adam will work as well as a singles competitor. We know Gravity well, and IROB have both been tag team champs as well as singles champions here. Adam and Jason, we haven't seen much as individuals since they've joined the roster, so this will be a good showcase for Adam here.
And his opponent, accompanied by Travis James. And representing those guys from Grand Rapids, Michigan, weighing in at 190 pounds, Raw.
And again, another singles match here between these two. Starting off with a clothesline into each other, a variant of a cross body there, more so than a clothesline. It's going to be really interesting, though, to see if involvement from the managers, changes the course of this match. As of right now, IROB in control. With a strike to the back. Dropping him there. Adam in control again. Oh, brutal clothesline. A little bit of talking going on between Adam and Gravity well there. Not sure if that was serving as a distraction or what was happening there. Trash talk for sure. Again, a heated rivalry between these two teams. Oh, right down the middle. Our first DP of this match here. Striking Adam right where it counts. Elbow to the midsection, though. He's recovering from that. These heel tactics from IROB. Shades of the Rock there. That spinning DDT. Going high risk. Missing with the elbow. IROB sending his opponent Adam up and over the ropes onto the apron. What are we going to set up here? Implant DDT on the apron. That's going to leave a mark on your forehead. Count out begins. 10 count is in effect here in this singles competition. Dragging him across the floor mat into a pinfall here. Is it enough? 2 count. It's not enough here. Oh, slapping him on the dome. into a bookend, it looked like there. Gravity-Well working on the... Looked like he was trying to expose the pad of the turnbuckle, but meanwhile, Adam set Rob up for a pinfall after a finish there. Gets a 2 count only. Incredibly close. Gravity-Well trying to serve as a distraction. Not sure what he was doing, though. He didn't get it done. Incredible suplex here from IROB. IROB now exposing the turnbuckle there. Some heel tactics. Not sure what that was. He had a bit of a weird back and forth exchange here for both of them. Not sure what was happening. Rob dragging him over to the ropes now, though. Turnbuckle is exposed. Not being used here, though. Pinfall attempt. 3 count. Weird ending for that match, to be honest with you here. IROB scoring the victory with both IROB and Gravity-Well getting pinfalls here. Definitely has pled a case for another shot at Tag Team Gold. When that will happen, unsure. Assuming soon, though, in the near future. But all in all, they've made a statement against both of them here during this show. Manager involvement was at a minimal. A little bit of trash talk between Adam and Gravity-Well. That's about it. Both Adam and Jason are still champs. Obvious statement. But we will, with this, see a future title shot between IROB and Gravity-Well again.
Here is your winner, Rob.
Moving along on our show this afternoon, again, the bonus episode for the weekly dosage is what we're dubbing this Friday show. This is a concept right now. This might be a permanent thing on Friday late afternoons. We'll see as time goes on. Put that out there in our Facebook group for you to vote on whether or not you'd want to see something like this every Friday afternoon. But our next contest here is going to be the DNA Championship. Henry, of course, going over Pierre on the last episode. Pierre putting his #1 contendership up for grabs. Henry getting his opportunity, though, winning that match over Pierre to become that #1 contender for Seth Meyers' DNA Championship gold. Of course, Seth Meyers, again, as mentioned earlier in the show, is both the DNA champion as well as the Twitch champion. He's currently holding 2 belts, so we'll see here if Henry has what it takes to take this title from him, or will Seth, our dual champion, retain here in this next match.
The following contest is a Falls Count Anywhere match, and is for the Men's Wrestling Championship.
Alright, we have Henry here, our challenger, making their way out. And again, as you heard, it is a Falls Count Anywhere match. That means pinfalls can occur anywhere in the arena. And here we have it, our DNA champion, Seth Myers. So the one thing about being a dual champion, often you're wrestling more than one match during a show. So stamina and your attributes are really all your attributes are going to come into play on how fitting you are to stay at top of the mountain. So really, it's not as hard to climb the mountain as it is to stay at the top, especially if you're at the top of multiple mountains. So the true test here for our DNA champion, coming off a loss in the opening contest.
Challenger from Ann Arbor, Michigan, weighing in at 225 pounds, Henry.
What's up, TC? Just in time for the show here.
Introducing the champion from Georgia, weighing in at 220 pounds, he is the men's wrestling champion, Seth Myers.
So just a recap of the show so far for those just joining us. Patrick versus Seth Myers was our opening contest. Seth trying to get some revenge, having Rabbit do a random run-in to help with a chair shot to Patrick. Unfortunately for Seth Myers, Patrick would get another victory over Seth Myers. We had then GRAV1TY defeat Jason. Rob version 4 defeated Adam. And here we are in our fourth match this afternoon. So a little bit of recap. This is a Falls Count Anywhere for the DNA Championship. A little bit of back and forth in the early goings here. Seth, it was not a title match, so this was just a revenge match for you based on your recent outings. You'll still have a backstage brawl that was accepted on our next episode. So this served just more so continuing the storyline along. So you're still going to get your match there, so no worries. Back and forth action continues here between Henry and Seth. Henry setting him up for what looks to be a powerbomb. Lands that move on him. Striking with the leg to the downed opponent now. Elbow drop diving deep into the heart of Seth Myers. Lands another one in succession here. Just kicking his opponent around. Seth reversing out of that, though. Finally getting the strength. Lands a clothesline there. Returning the favor. Yeah, definitely. If you retain here, you do have that chance to be a triple champion in the near future for you. Superman punch dropping Henry. Henry kicking out of that, though. 2 count there. Lands a spear out of nowhere on Henry. Dropping him down. Goes for a pinfall after that one. 2 count. Henry kicks out. Fighting through this. Landing a little shoulder tackle there. Dropping his opponent down. Up, over, and out. Henry now showboating. Going high risk. Is he going to go for it? Taunting his opponent to stand up. Crowns him from the top all the way out to the floor. Unreal. Driving him with the DDT. Goes for the pinfall. And Henry has won this to become the new DNA champion. Unfortunately, Seth had dropped the belt. Seth is still our Twitch champion, though, so don't worry about that. And you still have a chance at the NAW championship, Seth. So you can come back from this. You still have... Are you? Yeah. You still have an opportunity to go after the DNA belt. You could pitch a rematch clause. I know some former champions have before. Moving on to our next match. There you go. Seth mentioning the rematch clause. He wants to throw that in. So we'll have you put that out there on the Facebook page, issuing that rematch clause against Henry. So we'll make an announcement later today on that for you. Seth very determined to be the first to make history here in NAW, the first triple champion. Ultimately, we have Lightning debuting here in their singles bout. Seth wanting to create a tag team with Lightning here, so there is still potential where, hypothetically, they could go after the tag team championship, win it, and also have Seth win the NAW, so he could have the 3 main belts and a tag belt, meaning that they would hold all of the men's championships. So that has never been done here in NAW. And indeed, Seth, this is Lightning's first match. So their debut is coming up next.
Making his way to the ring from Canada, weighing in at 176 pounds, Lightning.
TC says, you better win, Lightning. I do wish them all the luck in their debut. It'll be hard to top TC's debut, though, that's for sure. From having them issue a challenge to debuting for the Twitch Championship match and then winning it in their debut. A feat that will be hard to top. So Alex the Kid here, coming off a big victory over Locksteady on the last show. Of course, that was a father versus son match, so the torch being passed. This kid has big future written all over him. We'll see if he can overcome a triple threat match here. TC is reminding us all that Locke has lost his edge. Indeed. Speaking of Locke, today is Locksteady's birthday, so a shout out to him. If you want to wish him a happy birthday as well, you can do so on any of our social media sites or even in chat here. So feel free to join us tonight. He'll be on the show with us at 8:30 p.m. this evening for our actual weekly dosage episode. This evening we're going to be talking about the year that was 1998. A little bit of historical talk show from our All the Good Culture 90s series. We're winding down on that. TC says happy birthday, Locke. He'll appreciate that. So as we wind down our 90s series and wrap up the first round of All the Good Culture, it's been a great run so far, I think, in my opinion. But that'll be this Friday and next Friday as we wrap up that series. Triple threat match. Here we go. Lightning making their name known real quick. Coming off strong with the clothesline there on Mikey. And then setting up another move here on Alex the Kid. Dropping him. Belly to belly, though, from Mikey to Lightning. Starting off strong. But these are two, well, at least one is a seasoned vet in NAW. So these two young up-and-comers have a lot to learn. Former champion in his own right as well, being Mikey, having won multiple singles titles here in NAW. Lightning coming out strong here against Mikey, exchanging blows in the middle of the ring. Multiple strikes on the ropes is Mikey. Back and forth. Setting up a little bit of crisscross clothesline to complete that exchange. Lightning coming off strong. Alex the Kid, though, back in this match. Dropping him. Mikey down in the corner. Lightning on the ground. Alex the Kid in control of this match. Lightning reversing it Picking him up, setting him up for suplex. Lands it. Belly to belly there. Lightning in control of this thing. Making easy work of both of his opponents. Lightning now in control of Alex the Kid while Mikey's on the outside of the ring. Submission move attempted here. Lightning didn't do it, but he tried. Alex the Kid powering out of that submission hold. Whip. Alex the Kid dropping both of them now. Mikey back in the ring, getting dropped by Alex. Setting up a Hurricane Rana into the ropes. Calling for a 619. Lands it. Can he finish it out? Lightning watching, interrupting that exchange. The crowd displeased with that one. Into a DDT, dropping him there. Pinfall attempt. Mikey's down. Can he get up in time to stop this? Oh, 1 count. Alex Kidd rolling out of the ring, leaving Mikey and Lightning there. Mikey now showing his dominance, flexing on him. Back into the ring after throwing him over the ropes, looking to set up a potential finisher here is Mikey. Reversing out of it is Lightning, still in this match. All three back in the middle of the ring here. Implant DDT. Alex the Kid taking a moment to taunt in the corner. While Lightning is set up his finisher, he gets interrupted by Alex the Kid. It's very difficult to get an advantage in a triple threat. Head scissor takedown. Lightning is out of the ring, leaving Alex the Kid and Mikey for a back and forth. Alex the Kid in control. Into the turnbuckle. Strikes to the back. Lightning back into the ring here. All three men are up. Lightning dropping Alex the Kid. Pinfall attempts. I don't know if that was the wisest move. Mikey quickly breaking that up. Belly to belly suplex here. Mikey control. Alex the Kid taking a moment to go up top to showboat. Meanwhile, multiple clotheslines being set up here and landed. Working together for a moment there was Alex and Mikey. Dropping him. Alex the Kid in control now. Mikey rolling out of the ring, leaving Lightning in there alone. This is the opportune time to set up double fists or feet there. Drop kick. Another submission attempt here. Will Lightning tap? Rolls out of that. Mikey back in. Face first into the canvas. Another implant DDT. Mikey back up though. A little bit of kip up into a clothesline. Lightning rolling out of the ring. Throwing them into one another there. Dropping them with the bookend. Or rock bottom, depending on who you're a fan of. They're somewhat similar to each other. Belly to belly here. Dropping Lightning. Alex the Kid down. Lightning down. Mikey in control. He's not going for a pinfall on either of them. Lightning whipping him into the corner now. strikes to the lower back, wearing down his opponent. Mikey rolling out of the ring. Alex, the only one left in the ring. You kind of need somebody in there to finish this match. All three men are back in here. Still anyone's match. Lands another rock bottom there. Dropping lightning. Drop kick. Alex Kidd taking out Mikey. Both men are down. Alex the Kid goes for a pinfall on Mikey instead. 2 count. Mikey kicks out. Will he cover lightning now? Setting up for another 619 here. Will he be able to finish this one this time? Lightning crawling to the ropes to get back up to his feet. Pinfall attempt. Alex the Kid broken up by Lightning. Lightning now striking Alex the Kid. Picking him up on his shoulders. Dropping him. Dragging him to the middle. We're going to see a pinfall attempt on Alex the Kid. Lightning here. And 3. Lightning has done it in their debut, winning their first match here in NAW. Congratulations on winning your debut.
Here is your winner, Lightning.
So congratulations there for Lightning winning that match. This, of course, is their debut match here in NAW. They've made one appearance before, a supporting role as a manager for Seth Meyers. So we could see a potential future tag team out of these that's been talked about on our social media page on Facebook. So you can join us there if you search for Nerds of Wrestling. Best way to stay up to date as well is on there. So an previously unannounced challenge was made for our champion, the NXT Women's Champion, and our NAW Women's Champion. Kind of smallish, defeating every single female in the NAW roster is getting a chance to potentially get called up to NXT. Putting the belt on the line in this tryout match is Shayna Baszler, whatever you want to say. I always pronounce it wrong. It's just a fun thing because I can't say words. Ultimately, Shayna putting her championship on the line here for an opportunity. Lightning won that match, TC. So they won their debut. But ultimately, Shayna here putting an opportunity out there for kind of smallish to get called up to NXT, to have NXT appearances, in addition, obviously, to NAW. So this is their chance to make a name for themselves beyond NAW.
The following champion versus champion contest is an Extreme Rules match and is for the NXT Women's Championship.
So this is our 29th episode of NAW. Our women's champion here, kind of smallish, has held this belt since the 10th episode of NAW. So we're going on 19 weeks as being champion of the women's division. Only our third ever women's champion as well. Defeating almost, if not the entire women's roster, besides a few newcomers. She's looking to expand her resume of work to the NXT roster. But there's one person in her way. So this is the one standing in the way of an opportunity to be a part of the NXT roster. Putting the belt on the line, the confident champion of Shayna here. If for some reason kind of smallish is able to defeat the NXT champion, not only will she get a chance to be a part of the NXT roster in addition to the NAW roster, she will also be the NXT Women's Champion. And ladies and gentlemen, that is what it's for, the NXT Women's Championship.
The challenger from Ann Arbor, Michigan. She is the Women's Champion, Sarah Ann. Introducing the champion from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. She is the NXT Women's Champion, Shayna Baszler.
Crowd not liking her appearance here in NAW. Looking like unwelcome territory for an outsider, if you will. Kind of smallish, getting a look at that belt, what potentially could be hers here in the next few moments. Ultimately, we'll see. This is definitely a change in talent from what they're used to. And control off the bat, though, is kind of smallish here in the opening moments of this bout. The styles definitely differentiate between these two. While kind of smallish is somewhat of a risk taker in a, I guess you would describe as a more wild, loose style, we have a defined, refined MMA fighter style being brought to the table by Shayna here. So these styles could very well clash between each other. We'll see ultimately what type will prevail. Pinfall attempt here in the early goings. 1 count. You got to do a little bit more damage to finish the match. Exchanging a lot of strikes in the early going. A lot of grappling, trying to wrestle for the hold and control. Elbow strikes here on the side of the neck. Crowd very displeased with this. Ultimately, they want their champion to win. A little bit of Muay Thai stylings here with these knee strikes. Unreal how they let this go in this type of matchup. This is not MMA. Working on the arm now. Taking a moment to rest and kind of showboat on the top turnbuckle there. The arrogance coming here. Caught in the ropes, Irish whip. Dropping her. Crowd very displeased. Pinfall attempt. So 1 count here. Hurricane Rana dropping Baszler there. Going for what it looks like a weapon here. Finds the kendo stick. Again, this is Extreme Rules. Lands with the kendo stick on the side, on the back now. Aggravated and annoyed with the early goings in this match. It's turned to weapons. This could change the course of the match as well. Landing a twist of fate on the outside. Weapons really could change the outcome. Throwing her up on the apron. Slamming her back into the side there of the ring. Definitely doing damage on the outside. This match has changed momentum. Definitely in favor of kind of smallish here. Lands that. The DDT. Trying to get the crowd back going. Lands a right hand. Face into the side of the ring there. Definitely doing damage on the outside. Lands another twist of fate. This match has completely shifted momentum. 100% in favor now of kind of smallish. Picking her up. Where is she taking her though? Dropping her face first into the steel steps. Knee strike. Another DDT on the outside. Damage is being done. Irish whip into the stairs. Dragging her now face first into that metal barricade. Bringing a new style here. Adapting and evolving as our champion. Hardcore indeed. Another twist of fate on the outside. Setting up another DDT. Lands it. Dominance would be the word to describe these actions right now. Face first into the side of the ring again. Right hand dropping Shayna. Whips her into the ring. We could be witnessing history here in a few moments. Just goes for the pinfall. And that does it. We have a brand new NXT Women's Champion here right on NAW. Here's some highlights of the destruction that was on the outside of the ring.
Here is your winner and the new NXT Women's Champion, Sarah Ann.
Did not see that happening here. So ultimately, Sarah here is joining the NXT roster in addition to NAW. And speaking of NXT news here, next week Wednesday we will be seeing NXT War Games as a special NAW episode. So next week Wednesday, you're going to want to tune in for that. Will it be defended on the show? Great question. It will be defended on the NAW show, yes. That'll be something that we see, though, in NXT NAW show as they take over War Games next week, Wednesday. So you're going to want to stay tuned in for that out. So our regular scheduled show will be an NXT show next Wednesday. So just breaking news on that. NAW will be taking over NXT for War Games. So that'll be part of our weekly show for that episode. So it's going to feature a mixed talent of NAW and NXT talent. TC looking hungry, like they want to go for other belts as well. So our featured main event here tonight is going to be Phoenix and birthday boy Locksteady. So getting his main event for his birthday to go against a recent rival of his, being Phoenix. So Phoenix here, former DNA champion.
Making his way to the ring from Ann Arbor, Michigan, weighing in at 175 pounds, D. Turner.
So these two have had several matches between each other in some form or facet. So no strangers to one another. So we'll see what kind of, I guess, scouting they've done or preparation, I guess, is the better term for it, leading into this match. And coming out next is, of course, Mr. Birthday Boy, Locksteady himself. And again, this is our featured main event for the afternoon show here of the Weekly Dosage. NAW's potential Friday afternoon show coming in the near future. But as of right now, our weekly show is Nerd Acumen Wrestling, as you can see below, every single Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. right here on twitch.tv/Dose of Nerd Acumen.
From Ann Arbor, Michigan, weighing in at 260 pounds, Rob Jr.
And here we go. Our main event is underway. Tables match here. Nothing on the line other than bragging rights. Phoenix in control in the early goings here as he gets a couple moves on lock steady. The object is simple though. If you've never seen one before, grab a table, put your opponent through it, you win the match. It doesn't get easier than that. Clothesline here, back and forth, up and over. Another little frog leap there. Lock steady, throwing him up and dropping him down. A little bit of a snap mare there. Right hand as he goes for the tie-up kick to the midsection. Phoenix in control. The spinning neck breaker dropping down lock steady. Kick to the midsection. Lands another spinning neck breaker. Dropping the fist on his face. In control is Phoenix here. And playing DDT, dropping him. We're going to see him go. What was he setting up here? In the corner. Looking to set him a finisher. Calls for it. Lands a rolling clothesline there. A little bit of a signature move of his part. His finisher known as the Dirty Deeds by Dean Ambrose. He's been utilizing that as of late. Grabbing the table, bringing it into the ring. However, lock steady in control now, setting up the table after issuing a full Nelson slam to Phoenix. Irish whip, but misses the table. Another whip. Into a power slam. Impressive strength here by Locksteady. Up and over on the side. This is dangerous territory. Pulls him back into the ring, though, after that exchange. Phoenix standing tall, picking up the table. Dropping the table. Still need to set it up, though, to win this thing. Table's been set up. Phoenix has it in the corner, picking up lock steady here. Setting up and whipping him into the table. This could be the beginning of the end of this match. Phoenix looking to land it. Lock steady reversing out of it, though. Incredibly close end here for this. Lock steady now throwing him into the table. Could he go for the finish? Lands a chop. Not enough to break the table, but definitely doing some damage on his opponent. Locksteady taking the table back down from the corner. Using it as a weapon now. Landing a strike there on Phoenix as he was down. Setting it back up in the same corner, though, so not really sure what he was thinking. Whip it into the corner where the table is, onto the table. Reversing out of it is Phoenix. Throwing lock into the table now. Chops him back. Another chop from Phoenix to lock steady. Flipping powerbomb from inside to out, landing him hard on the floor mat there. Those pads are not very thick. A little bit of dancing. Unsure if that was forced, but we got some moonwalking there from Phoenix. Lock steady setting him out on the table, though, during the dancing exchange. Another chop. Whips into the table. Will he go for the finish here? No, more damage is being done. Another chop. Lock steady and control. Onto the table. And this could be the finish. Setting up a power bomb. Lands it. Lock steady. Wins our main event here tonight. Or this afternoon, rather. I keep saying tonight. Congratulations. What's up, Mr. Sacco? Bang, bang. How's it going? So definite back and forth exchange here between these two in this main event. Of course, if you want to stay up to date on all the Nerd Acumen Wrestling information beyond following us on Twitch right here, the best place to see all that is down below in that link, the facebook.com/groups/Nerd Acumen, or Nerd Acumen Wrestling, sorry. If you can't find it, just search for it. Nerd Acumen Wrestling will come right up. It's a private group. It's free to join. I got kids. I don't give a kids. That was an amazing line. I really enjoyed that. I would not want to piss off Brock. So we now know why Rabbit interfered earlier on in the show. We actually have one more match for you tonight. This was not the original main event, though. We just witnessed the main event, but we have one bonus match to close out the show. The involvement of Rabbit in the opening contest here with Seth Meyers, landing the chair shot to Patrick, was sending a statement, and they let us know that he is cashing in his Money in the Bank. And he's doing it in a one-on-one match. So while he didn't cash it in during that match earlier, he didn't want to create a triple threat of that. He's cashing it in right now. So we're seeing our Money in the Bank holder Rabbit cash in against Patrick. And it is for the NAW Championship, and that is coming up now.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Men's Heavyweight Championship.
So as you can see there, Rabbit holding that briefcase, which guarantees him this match here. So he's cashing in right now for Patrick's belt. Patrick has no say in this cash-in. Can we all just forget? You know, I've forgotten that Crown Jewel existed. That was a shit show. That's for sure. I think most people that... I didn't even watch it. I just read about it. That's how little I cared about going into it. I had a feeling it was going to be bad. And from everything I've read about it, indeed it was bad. So I am not shocked at all. Unfortunately, though, we can't erase some of the events that had occurred, as we still have a Universal Champion out of the ordeal. So Rabbit, they're handing over the briefcase to the official, making it the cash-in happening here in our bonus contest. Again, not a scheduled match on tonight's card. Rabbit is cashing in right now, though. And being forced to come down the ring to defend after they've already had a match here in the opening of the show is our NAW champion, Patrick. So, what type of fatigue will set in here? We already seen one champion lose their belt because of fatigue. That champion being Seth Meyers, dropping his DNA championship to Henry. The opening contest was possibly one of the best on the card tonight. Both men giving it their all with really nothing on the line. But fatigue set in and ultimately had where Seth dropped the belt because of that. Will we see the same here for Patrick? Although he's had a little bit more time to rest, but who knows? What we do know is he's not going to be 100% going into this thing.
Introducing the challenger from Ann Arbor, Michigan, weighing in at 245 pounds, Eric. Introducing the champion from Ann Arbor, Michigan, weighing in at 225 pounds, he is the men's heavyweight champion, P. Daddy.
Yeah, the December to Dismember, if you're speaking of the one about 12 years ago, so when WWE was doing ECW programming, after ECW had obviously folded, with their Elimination Chamber match, with the weapons like tied to the chamber. If you're speaking of that one was pretty rough. And horrible marketing for it too back then. They just did an awful job with ECW. And Money in the Bank is underway here. Again, bonus match. This match was not even scheduled to be on today's card. Rabbit was eager to cash in and felt like tonight was an opportune time after watching the opening contest between Patrick and even interfering, getting a chair shot in. So he's looking to hopefully have that play, affect in what his outcome will be. The champion coming out as a fighting champion, though, against Rabbit here. Nice suplex there. Back and forth strikes, though. Rabbit setting up another suplex of his own on Patrick. Landing it and slamming him down. Wrenching on the neck of Patrick. Now working on the arms. Pinfall attempt here. Kicks out, not even a 1 count. WWE basically just makes it about them. If it wasn't created by WWE, then it automatically is under the knife. That's 100% true. I can't agree with you more. Their whole treatment of the invasion storyline, how they handle ECW, how they even handle acquired talent from other organizations. It's like the territory days. They just buy things out to have them, and then they misuse it. they had so much potential with picking up WCW as a additional property. What they were doing, never did anything proper with it. Same thing with ECW. They've done that with talent from overseas in New Japan. I mean, we just seen so much misuse, and your statement is 100% accurate in my agreeing opinion. Super kick, dropping Rabbit here. Not going for a pinfall. Not really sure what's happening here. Patrick just watching his opponent as he recovers. Don't know what that was all about. Strikes here. Up and over and out. Rabbit on the outside on the floor. Patrick following him out. Match continues. Count out begins. Getting 10 count. If the count out occurs, title is retained by the champion. Pinfall or submission is the only way to win a championship in this matchup. Patrick getting the crowd on his side as he dismantles Rabbit. Big boot. Dropping him. Doesn't want it to end in count out, so he throws him back into the ring. Honorable champion. Now there's super kick. Ow. Lands it into a pinfall. Kicks out. Half the alumni at NXT rarely get used. Rude. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I was really bummed to see that. They just, I don't know. So much to say on that topic. They just don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they have in front of them either. Rabbit rolling under the ropes there to recover. Smart move as Patrick was looking to set up a finisher. Spear though, or shoulder tackle rather. Dropping Rabbit to the outside. Patrick looking to go high risk. Taunting him to get him to stand up. Will we see another crown tonight? Flying elbow missing wildly. Countout continues. Patrick, I don't know how you recovered from that, but you're still standing. Elbow strike to Rabbit. Countout continues. Both men are back in though. Yanking on the knee. Setting up what looks to be the finish. After all this, could we see the champion retain? Lands it. Could we see the champion retain? Kicks out with a rope break there. Frustration has got to be setting in. Kick to the midsection. Double arm. Suplex. Kick to the midsection. Suplex hanging. Brings it back down though. Super kick. Dropping him. Bloodies him. We got a bloody Rabbit and a dominant champion. Wrenching on him now with the submission on his neck. Into a form of a crossface here. Rolling out of it is Rabbit. Recovering. Lands another signature there. 2 count. Rabbit kicks out. Mostly sticking in New Japan. Patrick there frustrated, slamming his hand down. Indeed, they do know how to put on a good show. So a lot of the indies or other groups, far superior show than what WWE's putting on. I honestly don't watch Raw live anymore, just because of how disgusted I am with the programming. I'll still watch pay-per-views live, besides Crown Jewel. I did not watch that. It was during a work day as well, so that helped in avoiding it. And I haven't gone back to watch it on the network, nor will I probably. I did read that as well. They've tried to sign multiple New Japan stars over the years, most notable in some of their most recent tournaments. Super kick there, Patrick dropping Rabbit. I believe Okada was in the tournament and ultimately rejected a contract, as well as other people that they keep reaching out to, turning him down. And I don't blame them one bit, especially after the misuse of Shinsuke. They built him up to be something really special and unique, and ultimately just failed to deliver on anything. And with as big as a roster they have in multiple shows, they could have done something where they put him in a place to be a star, but instead they gave us lackluster matches between Styles, Shinsuke and Styles. And we've seen those two compete before. If you're a fan of wrestling and when you've watched New Japan, they have a history working together. It should have been a better program than it was. And again, they've just failed to book him being Shinsuke. Dropping Rabbit yet again. Patrick going for a pinfall here. And this time it's enough. Cashing in the Money in the Bank and ultimately coming up short. Money in the Bank is now out of question, and Rabbit did not get their title that they were seeking here. So I'm not certain if this was the best move. Honorable, but I'm not certain it was the best move. Our champion Patrick remains atop the ladder here, and is definitely making a statement for anyone else that wants to come after them. WWE, the main card is where your career goes to die.
Here is your winner, and still men's heavyweight champion, P. Daddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been our bonus episode called The Weekly Dosage. Obviously play on our show tonight, and our weekly show that is from DNA. Been a fan of wrestling for 15 years since the Attitude Era, myself included. So you've seen it all, I've seen it all, then if you've been a fan that long. So I completely understand. It's sad. Again, it's really sad because there's such potential, so many opportunities. But Mr. Sacco, follow us if you'd like to. Obviously, you don't have to, but we do this show every single Wednesday. This is a bonus thing. I had the afternoon available, so I figured I'd stream. But every single Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we do our NAW roster. If you have this game and you're on Xbox, use hashtag NAW. We can add you to the roster. If you're not on there, join us on Facebook down below. Send us your information on what you'd like your character to be. If you want to be on the show as a character. This is every single Wednesday. Also, every Friday we get together as a group and either talk wrestling. 3 of us, Locksteady, Rabbit, and myself. Or we're talking history, like the 90s. We're doing 1998 tonight. Sometimes we play games as a group. In October we did Resident Evil 7 in VR. But again, every week you're getting guaranteed content from us. So if you like what you see, feel free to give us a follow. And Kitty Vic. It's funny because I just watched that recently. And we're actually going to be talking about that, some of those episodes in an upcoming episode of Nerds of Wrestling. So, but again, thank you for watching. Thanks for chatting, Mr. Sacco. Glad to see another fellow wrestling fan here. Follow us if you don't already, and we'll chat some more during our next stream. And join us tonight. We're going to be streaming in just a few short hours, again as a group, for our weekly dosage as we discuss the year that was 1998. So, again, thank you for checking this out. If you're watching on YouTube as a rerun or something, and you like what you see, give us a follow or a sub there as well. So again, thank you all, and until next time, take care.